Hey guys, welcome back to another match reaction. Today it was the Mansfield away. Team that's actually not too far from me, Nottingham. Yeah, decent team. I'm not sure about that pitch though. That pitch looked like they were playing a bit of a bit of rugby the night before. What do you say now? HKR against Living. I don't know, man. I don't watch rugby, but yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, let's go with the lineup. To be fair, because I'll be honest here, I was very confused with the lineup because, to be fair, this was the game, one of the few games where I didn't actually see the lineup before going ahead, so I didn't get to compute what the manager was trying to do. But obviously, the good thing is he's rotated. He's learned from the past foolishness that he was doing years ago in the FA Cup. You know, playing our strong players against some very questionable opponents. But this time around, he's learning, and I think it's obvious that now the priorities are in the right place. We've got Leverkusen on Wednesday. I'm a bit annoyed Trossard went off, and I didn't really want to see Timber come on or Saka. I think the squad he put out was good enough, but one thing I definitely would say, some of those players who are supposed to be on the brink of breaking through to that first team have not done themselves any justice whatsoever. I'm sorry, yeah. I know we've just signed him here, but Noni Madueke, oh God. This guy, yeah, he scores a brilliant goal in the first half. And we'll get to the performance in general, but he scores a brilliant goal in the first half. And then in the second, and then it's just, you know what? I've said this so many times about Noni, and I feel like a broken record, but he does a lot of nothing. And I mean that in the most respectful way possible. There are so many times during that first half where he gets the ball, he comes inside, cross the ball, no, he then cuts back. Then he finally crosses the ball and the ball goes out. He takes a shot in the second half and it goes all the way out for a throw-in for them. Like, Noni, yeah? Oh, God, my eyes... I don't know how long my eyes can take watching this guy sometimes, because he does some good things here in build-up, which is a very rare occasion. And then he just undoes the work with his decision making is genuinely a 2 out of 10. Like, a lot of times, I know people say, oh, for me, Saka is not world class. He's not world class, but what he is, yeah, he's a very efficient player. He's a very good player. He's not world class, but he's a good player. The difference between Saka and Noni, and why I still would persist with Saka, is because when Saka gets into dangerous positions, 9 out of 10 times, he makes the correct final decision. The final pass is also the right opponent. Every time, think about when Saka's on that final third of the pitch and when Noni's on that final third of the pitch, where they both get in behind it and have a decision whether to cross or to cut back. Saka cuts back and he whips it to the back post, or he goes on the outside and the ball actually has end product. Noni, it's like I don't know if he's playing in football boots or slippers or something, but there's just, anyways, onto the positive. Max Dowman, really, really good. And I reckon this summer he should be our serious option on that right side ahead of Noni Madueke, because he's a good player, man. He's a very good player. He's the only player in that first half that looked dangerous. He got in behind. He should have scored in the first minute or so. Got a bit nervous and just cuffed his lines. And he had a few chances in that first half as well where he should have buried it, but he didn't. And then in the second half, he had a few more as well. He looks very lively. And there's a few times he just needs to release the ball a bit quicker. But his overall his overall performance, I'll be very happy with that. He's looked sharp. And I'm glad to see that we didn't bring on Zubimendi, Rice, all these guys, Saliba, Gabriel. They all took a rest this weekend, and that's all you needed. That's all you needed for this week. for them to take a rest and come back stronger the week after. But we got obviously Leverkusen in midweek, and that should now be the focus, and the players now should take that with very serious credibility in terms of where we can go after that, beyond the FA Cup and also beyond the Champions League. I thought the kid that we brought on, I think we signed him from Stoke. I can't remember what his name was. He brought some solidity in that right back shift, and he looked really good. And also Salman, he's gonna be obviously a bit upset about that goal he conceded. But to be honest, you're a young kid. I thought he had a decent game. He dealt with some of the aerial balls that Mansfield were flogging towards him, and he looked very sharp and very composed as well. So aside from obviously the goal he conceded, he kind of gave the ball away. I thought he had a really good game. Calafiori injured again, shock. At this point, Calafiori, man, like, guys, I'll be so I'll be so honest here. Calafiori, he's honestly made of breadsticks, like genuine breadsticks. His body can, I don't know what we do with Calafiori, because the guy cannot stay fit for, that was a simple 90-minute game, yeah, and you couldn't even stay fit for that. Yeah, Mosquera, yeah, he looked a bit off it as well. There's a few times when he was lunging in a bit too much, and he could have gave a penalty in a few of those. But I thought the overall team played well. The attack let us down again, shock. Like, we had a lot of opportunities. That game looked closer than it needed to be, because we had a lot of chances to kill them, even in the first half. That game only looks 2-1 because we made it look 2-1, but it shouldn't have ended 2-1. We should have killed them off, like, in so many instances. Like, we had chances. Great finish by Eze to make it 2-1, but we had chances. I forget how many chances we had, but one thing I can say is it was a lot. We had a lot of chances. But going back to some of the players, Martinelli needs to go in the summer. Gabriel Jesus, I'm sorry, I like you. You need to dip as well. Havertz, go. Trossard, I like you as well, but you need to cut. All four of them need to be gone this summer, or a good chunk of them need to be gone this summer, because we are not clinical enough in front of goal. Martinelli is wasteful. Noni is inconsistent and also wasteful. Gabriel Jesus doesn't want to shoot, and when he does shoot, it doesn't end up anywhere. Wasteful. Not sure what happened with Odegaard, but yeah, but that's it, guys. If I don't really know what much else to talk about in this game. Can we win the FA Cup? You know, we're into the quarters now. You know, this is the furthest we've been since we last won it, which is a bit of a shock and embarrassing at the same time. But we're into the quarters. Hopefully we get a favourable run as well, going into the semis as well, and then hopefully we're in the final. And you know, at that point, you know, you can say we've done well. You can definitely say we've done well in this competition. I reckon this is a competition that we can win as well. City have got Newcastle. Hopefully Newcastle do us a favour and get them out. But yeah, it's a good victory, good performance, and we're on to the next round. Man of the match, I'll say Dowman was good. Norgard, I forgot about him. Norgard is really good. I was kind of happy with the signing in the summer, but I wasn't sure how much he plays. But Norgard is good. The manager needs to trust him more. Because there's games when Zubimendi looks tired, and to be honest with you, Norgard, I'll be happy seeing Norgard come in there, because he's the one that he can look at himself in that whole Arsenal squad now that played today and say, I should be knocking in. I should be coming into that side a lot more often, because he did not look out of place and I can't say the same about the others. So yeah, anyway guys, I'll see you next week against Leverkusen away, and hopefully we carry on the momentum and win those 2 home games. Everton and Bournemouth must win. But I'll see you guys in the next match reaction.